Yeah,
Thank you.
it's not it's in we got this other problem, this other emotional issue with judging once. You don't judge what has already happened. Judgment is before, or judgment is before you know. Righteous judgment is fact after you know, and it's objective. It's not emotionally driven. It's what happened. It's factual. That's an objective judgment or assessment. It's not something where one's a prejudging, they're reading the book or judging the book by its cover. None of these things. No, this is allowing ones to make their actions, carry out to emit their energetic, and then objectively discussing what happened, stating what happened. So each judges themselves by their actions, by everything they do is a judgment upon their own physical vessel, their own harmonic, their own frequency. Whether they think what every thought that comes into the mind is, if you allow that to extrapolate outwards, can be assessed, judged by another. This isn't about judging you or criticizing you. It's about statement of fact and agreement. This is what we should be doing, is talking about all of these things and then coming to a center ground where we agree. And then we can unite around that center ground where there is no right or wrong. There is just an agreement, and decide whether or not those actions are okay, tolerant, or tolerable or not. If one wishes to maintain their actions, then we can choose whether we wish to be around them or don't. Because this is an in-out. There's no contractual values with this. It's just agreements. Each soul is free to self-determine what it is they wish to do. If one's wish to carry out non-virtuous acts, then it's up to everybody else who doesn't want to carry out non-virtuous acts to say no to that non-virtuous actor and let them go and do it somewhere else. Otherwise, we are enabling it. And this is all of the lessons and all of the years that have gone on have been about tolerating, tolerance, the governments, the system, the indoctrination systems, everything has been about tolerating that which is killing you, that which is causing harm, that which is shameful. You must tolerate it. No, you mustn't. And the quicker we don't, the quicker that this all stops. I will add to what Rick is saying about love is creation. What we did find out is love is a function of creation, and so is consciousness. When you add consciousness to love, then you get wise love. When you just have love by itself, then you get unconditional love. Where it, like Rick is saying, it doesn't go anywhere. It just accepts and tolerates everything because it's been taught that that's what it must do. Nobody has taught you that. This is not innate. You all, of course, you do when you've got children and the other things around you. This is part of it, but it's a wiser love that you use unconditionally when you choose to. But the wiser love is always the one that you go to first and then come to unconditional. You should never think that you are stuck in unconditional and everything must be tolerated. Otherwise, you are the bad one. This is where we must stand together and stand in without fear, stand in your light, righteous judgment of what just happened, and do not back down. Wise love never needs to forgive. Unconditional love does. Have a little think about why doesn't wise love need to forgive? Because it doesn't take the actions. Unconditional love condones the actions. So again, in a lot of this, there's a lot to be talked about with this, as I'm sure we'll open up a lot more in documentation and new writings for the planet, new education, new perspectives for ones to consider as this unity and agreement comes into fruition. But this is the precursory steps. This is the opening of the doors into a completely new concept for many of life, let's say, but certainly the rules and the functions of life. Brother, your hand's up.